Welcome to Beyond the Bureau. In this special episode, we bring you the graduation speeches from the James A. Garfield High School Class of 2025, unedited in the order they were delivered on May 24th in JAG Stadium. There is no commentary, no narration, or analysis, just the voices of the students, educators, and leaders as they spoke to the classmates, their families, and their future. In this episode, you'll hear a welcome from Senior Preston Gedeon, reflections from student speakers Hallie Cebulla Abygail Seiler, Tessa Burnworth, Loreal Puleo, and Oliver May, remarks from Board of Education President Pietra, the presentation of the class by Principal Kathleen Kisabeth, and the certification of diplomas by Superintendent Ted Lysiak. Let's revisit the ceremony and the first steps towards the future of the JAG Class of 2025.
Good evening, everyone. It is my great honor to welcome families, friends, faculty, staff, administration, and graduates to this special graduation ceremony. We all thank every single one of you for being with us through our whole journey. Tonight, we all gather not to just celebrate our academic achievements, but also to celebrate everyone's journey to get here. Whether that journey was easy or difficult, it has been a long journey for each of us. But like NBA star Kevin Garnett said, we did it. From walking in the doors the first day of kindergarten to walking through those same halls in our caps and gowns, the past 4 years are just one chapter of our lives. With all the challenges everyone may have faced, like the late study nights, the personal struggles, and the extra hours put into extracurricular activities, these challenges helped everyone grow as a student and as a person. I know we all had those nights of asking for notes and answers from our friends to pass a test we had the next morning that we never studied for. Thanks to my close buddies, Damian Torville and Dylan Paul, they made the journey of high school studies pretty fun and easy. I love you guys. Now that we are all moving on from this chapter, we are stepping into a whole new realm, a realm with endless possibilities. Some of us already know what is next, and some of us are still figuring things out, which is okay. There is so much excitement in not knowing everything. Dreaming big holds so much power, and the beauty of this moment is that there is so much potential in every single one of you. So dream big. I am beyond happy that we have all shared so many memories, and I can't wait for everyone to go be successful and great. Thank you, and God bless everyone here celebrating with us tonight. And to everyone who helped us along this journey, we could not have done it without all the support each and every one of you gave us. Go G-Men.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hallie Cebulla, and I am so grateful to have the privilege to speak to you all this evening. To begin, I would like to direct the focus to my peers and fellow soon-to-be graduates, because we haven't had enough attention so far. In all seriousness, I would love for us all to take a moment to be present and recognize the amount of growth, stress, and accomplishments that have led us to receive the honor of graduating from James A. Garfield High School tonight. Now, if you're like me, you're probably telling yourself, I don't really deserve a ton of praise right now. It was only high school. I mean, how much did I really accomplish? It's easy to get caught up in self-hindering thoughts such as these, even in big moments like the one we are experiencing tonight. But, as any of the teachers, administrators, and loved ones here would assure you, this is a milestone worth celebrating. Acknowledge your hard work, your dedication, and all of the decisions you have made along the way, because you are someone to be proud of. With that being said, it is not only ourselves that we should be celebrating. I would like to also extend an enormous thank you to my parents and family for being so supportive of me throughout my time here at JAG. Looking into the stands and seeing my loved ones while marching on the field for football games and playing soccer has meant the world to me. And they didn't come to just one event here or there. They were at every game, every concert, and every performance. For this reason, I would like to use them as an example of how love and support has so much impact on those who have the privilege to receive it. Of course, in this context, I'm referring to the love and support of family members and in an extreme circumstance. But this is not the only context in which this concept can be applied. For instance, support can be shown through the simplest smile, the smallest acceptance of one another, and the unwavering allowance to let someone be their truest self. You could show love and support for someone you just met by having empathy for whatever they are going through and allowing them an interaction free from judgment. These may sound like basic things, but they really are powerful assets of support, when continuously and thoughtfully applied. In a time when so many people have a fear of other people simply because of who they are, empathy and love are a necessity, now more than ever. So the next time you're interacting with someone, especially someone different from yourself, think about how different the world looks from their eyes, how foreign life would feel if you walked in their shoes, and what you can do to offer them love and support in that moment. For a couple final thank yous, I would love to thank the teachers who have made an impact on me personally by creating a space that feels safe, inclusive, and welcoming. Specifically, my choir and musical director, Mr. Logan, English teachers, Ms. Fallhaber and Dr. Howell, and my band director and dad, Mr. Cebulla. Realistically, all of the teachers at JAG have been incredibly supportive, and it is clear that this is a school district that prioritizes each student as an individual. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you enjoy the rest of the ceremony, and go G-Men.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Abigail Seiler. Before I say anything inspirational or reflective, I want to start with a few moments that were not exactly highlights. Since I was young, I've always been known as the clumsy kid. I've also been known to be a bit chatty. When I was about 3 or 4 years old, I walked straight into a tree while on vacation. I was talking to my family with my back turned, and when I turned around, bam, I went headfirst into a tree. Fast forward to my sophomore year, we had a band fundraiser called Win the Band. The fundraiser involved selling raffle tickets for the chance to have the marching band perform at a location of the winner's choice. That year, the winner had us perform on Buckeye Block. We played through our music and got to the band dance. I had a sousaphone player standing directly behind me, and when I did the first move, which involved stepping backwards, I misjudged the space and tripped, falling straight onto the sousaphone. Now, you may be wondering why I've decided to share these moments. Why start with embarrassment and missteps? Because these moments remind me that failing is a part of life. We live in a world that celebrates perfection. We are often taught to hide the times we fall short, but if I've learned anything these past 4 years, it's this. Our failures are not the opposite of success. They are a part of it. This was a hard lesson for me to learn. For a long time, I thought success meant getting everything right, especially when it came to school. I used to think that getting a good grade was the most important thing, that if I didn't get an A, win the game, or achieve perfection, I was somehow not good enough. And maybe some of you felt that pressure too. And while those things are important, your well-being and mental health matter more. And the truth is, the real world doesn't hand out report cards. Life will challenge you in ways no test ever could. The things that will matter most are your effort, your resilience, and your character. Some of the most meaningful lessons I've learned didn't come from textbooks. They came from the moments of confusion, disappointment, and yes, failure. They came from the late nights where I doubted myself, from trying something new and not getting it right at first. These lessons made me realize that how you respond to failure says more about you than the failure itself. And I didn't figure that out on my own. If there's one thing I want to emphasize tonight, it's how important it is to have people in your life who remind you of your worth. I would not be standing here without the people who helped me back up after every fall. My parents encouraged me even when I felt discouraged. My sister for showing up and supporting me in all I have accomplished. My friends who made me laugh when I wanted to cry. My teachers who pushed me, supported me, and reminded me that I was more than a grade on a page. Having a support system doesn't make you immune to failure, but it makes you stronger every time you rise from it. So as we walk across this stage and into whatever comes next, I hope we carry this with us. Failure is a part of life. In fact, it's more than okay. It's necessary. It means you're trying. It means you're growing. It means you're stepping into new spaces that challenge you. And every time we fall and get back up, we become more of who we are meant to be. Let's not aim to be perfect. Let's aim to be brave. Let's move forward with the courage to take risks, to make mistakes, and learn from every single one of them. Because the truth is, success isn't about how many times you get it right. It's about how many times you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going with a stronger heart. Congratulations, class of 2025. We've made it, and we're just getting started. Thank you.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been in my life and encouraged me to go further than I ever thought I would. You can meet so many people in life, but the ones that are always there for you, no matter how you're feeling or what you do, the ones that are willing to do the craziest and stupidest things with you, hold on to them. The only reason I'm up here talking to you is because I'm top 5 of the class, but that doesn't mean that I worked harder than all of you. Everyone's voice deserves to be heard, so I asked some of my friends what they would say at graduation. One person said they talk about Minecraft the entire time. One said that they would say their class was weird. Others said they thank their grandparents and to stay out of politics. Overall, I got a lot of, I don't know, it's not my problem, which really did not help me when it came to writing this speech. If you know me, I hate public speaking, yet I still wanted to do this. I wanted to make an impact somehow. When I got told I had the opportunity to give a speech, I was so incredibly happy. I started writing though, and I had no clue what to do. I felt lost and confused. I wanted this so bad, but I was blanking. You can work so hard for a goal, yet when you actually get there, you can't do it. So much was running through my head. What will my future be? How will I choose to live my life from here on out? How many friends will I never talk to again? Then I decided to take a different approach. I went to shows with friends. Even a simple trip to Target made the biggest difference. I looked to the future with excitement rather than dread. Time's arrow marches forward, no matter what, so live every day like it's your last. And to clarify, I'm not saying do drugs or commit any crimes. I have this one saying that I repeat to myself a lot. I will not accept a life I do not deserve. I have a goal in life that I'm sure many of you have, and that is to live a prosperous life filled with love from my friends and one day, my own family. To encourage myself that in order to have the life I want, that I deserve, I have to work hard for it. Whatever life path you choose, it's going to be rough. It's time for us to step away from the life we've built in high school and use it as the foundation of our future. If you only do one thing, put more love out into the world, not hate, and make the best out of a bad situation. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, fellow graduates, friends, and family. Throughout life, you may have felt like you were not heard or listened to because you were one of many. Have you ever felt how you can make a difference or change because you are only one person among billions? A powerful quote from the 1980s graphic novel V for Vendetta suggests that noise is relative to the silence preceding it. The more absolute the hush, the more shocking the thunderclap. This novel follows the fight of one against many and a revolution against oppression for the freedom of individuality. In our world, we are surrounded by words and opinions from those who are closest to us and from complete strangers on social media. Different voices are speaking, but not many are actually heard. Because there is so much noise, it is often difficult to break through it. Our words don't carry much weight because they sound the same as the ones before them. A scream is lost in a crowd, but heard by many in complete silence. Because we struggle to be heard, we stop speaking. As we fall silent, others grow louder to fill in the gaps we leave behind. But are we powerless in our silence? We are a product of our thoughts, our actions, and our history. Most importantly, we are a product of change. We can create change through listening because silence is powerful. In silence, you can listen and gain a new understanding of your world, of your life, and of your future. And when you do choose to share, your expression is meaningful. You inspire others to create significant change. On their own, our words may tip the scales. They may be important and profound,
But how much do they contrast with what everyone else is saying? To be successful in life, there are times when it's okay or preferable for you to fit in. To create connections, sometimes it's important for you to act like everyone else. But how do you create change when the responsibility for that change is spread throughout everyone? You have less pressure to step outside your comfort zone. Sometimes we have to force ourselves to step outside that mindset. Change is not created through apathy. Change is not created with easy agreements or following the crowd. Change is painful. It causes you to work hard and to sacrifice. To quote Martin Luther King Jr., "We are not makers of history. We are made by history." If our history in a loud, apathetic world continues, we won't grow. But you don't have to be a world leader, a celebrity, or an activist to change the world. Small acts are like throwing a penny in a fountain. The ripples are caused by just a penny, but spread to affect the whole fountain. You can walk right by without tossing in a penny because you think that your actions and inputs do not matter. But in reality, what you do for other people causes a ripple effect. What you give to the world, whether in silence or by standing out, causes others to recognize the diversity of what they can do. In college, the military, workforce, or whatever path you choose, you can stand by and let others' actions create your world, or you can create your own. What will you do?
Hello, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful week leading up to the summer. I remember back in about first or second grade, my friends and I saw their seniors do the walk through the hallway, same as we did yesterday. I also remember when I was that young, everybody looked really, really big. And I was a pretty small kid, so people my age looked pretty big too. But I, along with some of my friends, weren't really able to wrap our heads around the fact that we were going to be the giants that tower over the lockers walking through the hallway. But we started talking about when we're going to graduate, and back in 2014 to 2015, first grade me was fully convinced that 2025 was way too far away to be real. But I got to say, up until about a month ago, it still seemed that today was running away from me. However, what I'm trying to get at here is most of us have spent our whole lives here at Garfield, and I think sometimes we forget how much the school has done for us. I believe the staff and opportunities put us as one of the top schools in the area. It's very easy to think that everything that has been provided for us was ours for the taking. But I think we need to sit back and realize that we've been blessed with the opportunity to attend school here. I would now like to take the time to thank a few staff members that have had a profound impact on my experience here at Garfield. I would like to thank Mr. Cebulla, the band director, for his brutal honesty as my coach and band director. He helped keep it real when we got way ahead of ourselves. I would also like to thank Mr. Minnick for helping me discover my passion for music, along with many other things about myself. He is an outstanding example of true character. So I hope that if you see a staff member after this ceremony at any point, be sure to thank them. Every single one of them has played a large role to get you here. Whether you love them or couldn't stand them, they did their job very well because they got you here. Thank you for everything you have done for my class and I. Hello? All right, there. And be sure to express your gratitude to the family and friends that have helped shape you. They listened every time you complained about a teacher or assignment, and they woke you up when you missed your alarm. And they helped you understand that life wasn't over after you bombed that math test. So I give my thanks to them as well. I can now give you a movie quote or something I thought was wise from an experience I've had, but I'm not going to stand up here and try to give advice I feel unqualified to give. But I will say this, whether it was the best day ever or the worst day ever, whether everything is working or nothing seems to be going quite right, never forget that Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior, and he died on the cross for our sins. Every saint has a past and every sinner has a future, and I promise that the true church will welcome you at any stage of your life. If you give your life to him, I can guarantee it will change your life for the better. I hope you all find him in your futures, and I hope you all can accomplish all of your goals. I wish you all the best. Go G-Men.
Good evening. On behalf of myself, Guy Pietra, Vice President David Vincent, Patricia Brett, Colleen Caarilla, and Daryl White, we would like to thank and welcome all of you to celebrate with the soon-to-be graduating class of 2025. We extend our gratitude to everyone who has contributed to this incredible graduation program. Finally, We want to thank the families who have entrusted the James A. Garfield family to provide what we believe is an excellent education for your graduates. I would also like to take a moment to recognize all of our administrators, educators, support staff, volunteers, and community members who make our school so outstanding. Your dedication and hard work do not go unnoticed. We thank you for all of your support, and we appreciate you deeply. Today, we celebrate a great accomplishment, 12 years of perseverance, growth, and success. Class of 2025, I want to reflect with you on some words and wisdom from a song performed by our high school chorus and Mr. Logan just last week. Count on Me, which was originally sung by Jefferson Starship and later by Bruno Mars. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, I ask you to reflect on what it truly means to be someone others can count on. As a family member, being reliable means being present not only in moments of celebration, but also in times of hardship. As a friend, it means listening with compassion and acting with loyalty. As a spouse or partner, it is standing shoulder to shoulder through life's joys and challenges. As a professional, it means showing integrity, consistency, and the willingness to lead by example. As a parent, it means nurturing and guiding with love and patience. And one day, as a grandparent, it may mean passing on wisdom, unconditional love, and timeless values. President Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Do what you can with what you have, where you are. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be present." Former First Lady Michelle Obama reminded us, success isn't about how much money you make, it's about the difference you make in people's lives. And James A. Garfield himself offered this insight: the truth will set you free, but first it will make you miserable. Truth, integrity, and perseverance, these will be the pillars of your future. Today isn't just the end of one journey, but the beginning of another. Go forward with pride, with humility, and most of all, with kindness. Class of 2025, let the world count on you, not just to succeed, but to lead with heart. In closing, remember this: your diploma is not just a piece of paper. It is a testament to your hard work, your resilience, and your potential. Take that next step boldly. Be a light for others. Be someone others can count on. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are proud of you. We believe in you, and we are counting on you.
Good evening, everyone. Family, friends, faculty, and of course, the graduating class of 2025. Thank you to everyone who made this evening possible. It takes a team to get to this night, and everyone in this district has helped at some point to get these seniors here. Well, we made it. You made it. And to be honest, there were days we weren't sure we would all be standing here together. I say that with a little bit of love and a little bit of relief. Now, let me start by saying this. I am genuinely proud of you. Each and every one of you has earned your diploma. Some of you sprinted to the finish line. Some of you crawled. A few of you slid in sideways with one eye open, asking if late work was still being accepted yesterday morning at senior breakfast. But you're here, and that matters. This class has been, let's say, unforgettable. You've tested boundaries, pushed limits, occasionally pushed our patience, but you've also made us laugh, challenged us to think differently, and reminded us why we do this work. Here's what I want you to know. You've got what you need to succeed if you choose to use it. You see, our district is built on a set of values. And while some of you got more practice in some areas than others, these values will carry you further than any test score ever could. Respect, not just for authority, though that's a good start, but for others and for yourself. You'll need it in every workplace, every relationship, every interaction. Kindness, yes, even when you're tired, even when someone cuts you off in traffic. Kindness is not weakness, it's strength with empathy. Communication, which means more than texting in all lowercase or yelling across the hallway. Learn to speak clearly, listen fully, and reply to emails. Please reply to your emails. Teamwork. Life is a group project. Learn to contribute, share credit, and occasionally bite your tongue. It's called maturity. Creativity. You've shown this in ways we never expected. Sometimes in your artwork and in musical talents, sometimes in your assignments, and sometimes in how creative you were in avoiding them. But in all seriousness, creativity will help you solve problems, start businesses, and build lives you're proud of. Integrity. Doing the right thing even when no one is watching, especially when no one is watching. It's also how you avoid awkward conversations with your parents, your future boss, or your future spouse. Responsibility. No one is going to check if you did your laundry, paid your bills, and showed up to work on time. That's all on you now. Welcome to the real world. Perseverance. You have already proven you have it. You kept going through late nights, tough classes, and endless group projects where some of you did all of the work. Yes, we know. Engagement. Wherever you go, show up. Be present. Put down your phone. Life doesn't happen through a screen. It happens in real time. You've had your fun. We've had our moments. And now it's time to move forward. Time to take the lessons and, yes, some of the consequences and turn them into something better. Graduates, I'll say this one last time. We are proud of you. You're ready. Maybe not for everything, but for enough. Enough to start building a future that reflects the best version of yourself. So go out there, make good choices, be kind, show up, call your family, tip your servers, and please make us proud. Congratulations again. You've got this. Mr. Lysiak, it is my honor to present to you the class of 2025.
Senior's last speech, and I have to tell you, I think you made the right call. The sun is shining. What a beautiful day to send you out under the lights. So I want to congratulate you. Today marks a significant milestone, and I couldn't be prouder of each and every one of you. This is a moment to celebrate not only your hard work and achievements, but also the unwavering support you've received from those around you. Before we dive into the festivities, let's take a moment to express our gratitude to all the individuals who have played a part in helping you get to this point. Thank you, Ben Call, up in the press box, for streaming today's ceremony, capturing memories, and preserving your high school journey for all to look back on. A big thanks to Miss Kisabeth, Mrs. Marish, Mr. Flager, Officer Arns, Mr. and Mrs. Fisher, Mrs. Schaefer, Mrs. Lohr, Mrs. Marr, Mr. Livingston, Mr. Cebulla, Mr. Logan, all of our teachers, staff, and administration who have cared for and supported you over the years. Of course, let's not forget the hardworking bus drivers, maintenance crew, secretaries, cafeteria staff, and custodians who ensure everything runs smoothly behind the scenes. You have all been integral to the success of this very special day. So today I want to share a story with you, one that's both heart-wrenching and profoundly inspiring. It's a story about a man named Graham Jackson, Graham was a musician in the U.S. Army Band, and this is a moment that has really stuck with me for years. I want to share it with you today. In April of 1945, President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the only president to be elected to 4 terms, passed away suddenly while in office at the start of his 4th term. He died in a small town in Georgia called Warm Springs. It was a place he'd gone to for years to seek treatment for his polio. His death was a shock to the nation and the entire world. And when he died, a train with a large glass window carried his flag-draped casket from Georgia to Hyde Park, New York, where Roosevelt would be laid to rest. And along the way, it would stop in towns so that the country could pay their respects to the former president. And there's a famous picture, and I encourage you to Google this evening. It's of a gentleman named Graham Jackson who stood at the train playing a very sad tune on his accordion as the procession passed by. A photographer captured the moment, and Graham, a young man, deeply moved and sobbing with tears rolling down his face, paid tribute to a man who had led the country through the Great Depression and World War II. The photographer was so moved, he approached Graham and he asked, "You must have known President Roosevelt, right?" Graham's response was simple yet incredibly powerful. He said, "No, but I always felt like he knew me." It's a response that still resonates today because it speaks to the power of connection and the importance of focusing on what's strong, not what's wrong. Graham Jackson was young. Growing up, Franklin Roosevelt was the only president he'd ever known. So it wasn't just about knowing the man personally, it was about feeling seen and feeling understood. Roosevelt's leadership, his words, his actions, those were the things that connected with Graham, even from a distance. So class of 2025, we live in a time where it's easy to focus on flaws and shortcomings, especially with social media driving so much negativity. But I challenge you today to be different. Be the person who sees the strengths in others. Recognize what's good, what's inspiring, what's worth celebrating. And when you look at yourself, do the same. You each have strengths. Sometimes they're obvious, sometimes they're not, but they are there, waiting to be developed and shared. Now, I'm not telling you to ignore areas that aren't strengths. I've walked past enough of your locker rooms and done enough parking lot duty to tell you that over the years, if you have certain weaknesses shouldn't be ignored. So things like hygiene and driving, those are weaknesses that you can still continue to work on. But I want you to know that usually the effort to try to change others isn't worth it. Focus instead on what's strong in them and in yourself. Build on your strengths and encourage others to do the same. Support each other because together, that's how we lift each other up and make the world a better place. Your future's bright, and the world needs your positivity now more than ever. Don't just look for flaws. Look for the good and celebrate it. Share it. And like Graham Jackson, let's make sure the world always feel like it knows us for who we truly are. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. As superintendent of the James A. Garfield Local School District, I certify that the seniors receiving diplomas here today have met all the requirements of the state of Ohio and the Garfield Board of Education to graduate from James A. Garfield High School. Thank you, seniors, for all the wonderful memories, and to the Garfield class of 2025, may God bless you as you begin your next chapter. Congratulations, and go G-Men.
Hello again, and congratulations, everyone. Like I said earlier, this is an amazing accomplishment, and I hope you all are proud of what you have done because I certainly am proud of all of us. Looking to the future, we can carry with us this sense of diligence and determination that we so clearly display tonight. With this mindset extending to our next steps, may they be seeking higher education, entering the workforce or military, let tonight be a symbol of our capacity to succeed in whatever we choose to work towards. I feel comfortable speaking for our audience members and wishing us all the best of luck for our futures. Thank you one final time to our teachers and administrators for helping us achieve this feat. And thank you to everyone who chose to spend their evening here celebrating with us. Have a great rest of your night And congratulations, class of 2025.